Hi, my name is Stephanie Falck, and I'm a research technician with the Eastern Oregon Ag Research Center, and I am here to present an Eastern Oregon Ag Minute. This week's topic is weeds that are poisonous to horses. One of the most deadly plants in the world is water hemlock, and it can be found right here in Eastern Oregon. One mouthful is capable of killing an animal in just 15 minutes. It's a perennial herb with stout, purplish stalk and dill-like leaves. The flowers of the plant are small, green and white, and grow in umbrella-shaped clusters. It tends to grow in marshy areas, such as flood meadows and around streams. This plant is very enticing to animals in early spring as the first green shoots appear. The poisonous agent of the water hemlock is cicutoxin. The roots, stem, and young leaves are the most toxic parts of the plant. The seeds and flowers are less toxic. Symptoms of poisoning include convulsions, salivation, dilation of the pupils, and colic. There is no known treatment. Dosing with mineral oil to speed its passage has been tried with little effect. Livestock owners should be aware of what this plant looks like so the threat can be recognized and the plant can safely be removed from the pasture. And remember, it's highly toxic to humans as well. Today I will discuss Russian knapweed. Russian knapweed is an annual that grows about 3 feet tall. It has lavender, rose to white thistle-like flowers at the end of branching stems. Horses are especially susceptible to these plants. Poisonings tend to occur in the summer and fall, and the animals may actually seek the plant out as they acquire a taste for it. The toxic agent in the plant is unknown. Poisoning occurs after horses have been eating the plant for weeks or months, and the toxic threshold is then reached. Symptoms may then seem to appear overnight. Poisoning is often referred to as chewing disease. Signs of poisoning due to Russian knapweed include involuntary chewing, lip twitching, swelling of the mouth, and poor reflex control of the mouth and face. The horse may be unable to eat and/or drink. This condition is irreversible due to brain damage. Animals generally die from starvation, dehydration, or inhalation pneumonia. Feeding an animal with a stomach tube can provide nutrition, but complete recovery is not possible. Euthanasia is suggested to spare the animal from suffering. Today I will discuss death camas. This plant is found in flood meadows of the area. There are a few species that are not poisonous, but the toxic and non-toxic varieties are difficult to distinguish. The death camas plant has grass-like leaves and an underground bulb. Greenish yellow or pink flowers along with fruit capsules are produced in the early spring. The toxic agent in the plant is a steroid alkaloid. Symptoms can vary depending on the toxicity of the plant consumed, but may include loss of appetite, muscular weakness, a weakened heartbeat, convulsions, staggering, excessive salivation, coma, and death. Animals are likely to be poisoned in the early spring as the green shoots are very attractive to the animals. There is possible treatment for death camas poisoning. Atropine injections may be helpful. Also, activated charcoal may be given to prevent further absorption of the toxin. Today I will discuss some of the less poisonous plants of our area. Many of the wildflowers in this area can be toxic to horses. Larkspur, while generally more poisonous to cattle, can also affect horses. Symptoms of larkspur poisoning include muscle spasms and colic. Treatment is possible if symptoms are caught early enough. Lupin can also be toxic to horses. After consuming lupin, horses may become depressed, nervous, and have convulsions. Poisoning can be fatal if permanent liver damage occurs. Indian paintbrush can also be toxic when consumed by horses. The plant concentrates selenium, so animals will exhibit signs of chronic selenium poisoning. The animal may have a dull coat, poor hooves, and lose mane and tail hair. In addition, the animal may also be depressed, lose their appetite, and exhibit lameness and staggering. Saltbush can also cause similar symptoms as it is a selenium concentrator as well. The annual kochia, not forage kochia, can also be poisonous to horses, particularly in the summer and late fall when the plant is likely to be under drought stress. Horses can become extremely sensitive to light and may suffer from muscle spasms and depression. The animal will recover when the kochia is removed from the diet and the animal is protected from the sun. Thiamine injections may also speed recovery. Today I will discuss some of the circumstances in which poisonous plants can cause the most problems. Unfortunately, there are a lot of plants out there that can be poisonous to horses. The good news, however, is that horses usually will not eat poisonous plants. There are several things to keep in mind when trying to protect your horses from toxic plants. First of all, make sure that your horse has enough hay. Horses normally graze throughout the day, so if they are hungry or bored, they are more likely to taste test some of the other plants found in their pasture. A lot of poisonous plants taste bad, so horses will generally avoid them unless hunger forces them to be less choosy. Secondly, keep an extra close watch on your pastures in the spring. After a winter of eating hay and grazing dormant forage, tender green shoots are often hard for a horse to resist. Unfortunately, some of the most poisonous plants take only a bite or two to kill the horse. Also closely watch any pastures with foals. By nature, foals are inquisitive and will chew on nearly anything. Also, a small amount of toxin from a poisonous plant can cause severe toxicity symptoms because of a foal's small body size. If you let your horses in your yard, also be aware that many ornamental plants can also be poisonous. Lastly, make sure you check your hay fields for any potential dangers. While processing may reduce toxins in some plants, others may remain just as toxic as the day they were cut. Prevention and awareness is the best method to prevent poisoning in your horses. Thanks for listening. Be sure to listen next week.